Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IAS. Today we have Shivam Singh with us, All India rank 73 in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2024. He had anthropology optional. So today we are going to interact with Mr. Shivam Singh. We are going to understand about his preparation journey for Civil Services exam, and we will also, let's say, get some motivational, thoughts from him related to the candidates who are starting their UPSC preparation journey now. So Shivam, welcome to Lukman IAS and congratulations for your selection this year. Now, since you have gotten All India rank 73, now hopefully you're going to get IAS and you're going to get a posting in your home cadre.
Yes.
So how you're feeling now?
Sir, since my journey has been quite long, like this has been my sixth attempt and third main second interview, and I have been in state civil services previously, so I have seen the work life of an IAS in UP, or for that matter in India, the roles and responsibilities that are there, the public expectations that has to be met. So I'm more looking forward to the work that I will get to do, more related about the responsibility that I will get, rather than just being excited about the selection. But I think the real task is to do well for the society. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right. So, you said that you have been into preparation for 6 years for civil services, and you are already a, let's say, you have been a state civil services. You have been into a state civil services. So, tell us your journey. Let's say, how you got into state civil services. What was your educational background? When did you start the preparation for civil services?
Sir, I came out of college in 2019 from IITSM Dhanbad. And from the final year itself, I started preparation civil services, not strategically, but just reading the NCRTs and newspaper on an everyday basis. So when I came out of college, I got placed in a private company, but I didn't join. I came to Delhi for the preparation. And in 2019 only, I wrote the UPPCS prelims. So which final results came in 2021 February. So I got through state service in first attempt. Here I would like to suggest the aspirants also, always try to give your state services also along with the UPSC, because it's a very good career option, and also you get a lot of role to make a real change on the ground. So that's what I did. And from 2021, sir, I was posted in Uttar Pradesh and I worked in different capacities. I had a very rich experience, and but I continued preparation for UPSC also.
All right.
Yes.
So, when you started the UPSC preparation, so what was your motivation? That why did you want to join the civil services in the first place?
Sir, initially it was the vision of my father, and but when I personally started reading things in my final year of college, so the interest got in me, because reading about art and culture, from polity to history, and reading everything about the India, not only India but about the world. So I think that's very that makes you a very knowledgeable and also more articulate. So that generated the interest, and once I qualified state services, the motivation further kept in me, and I continued.
All right. So we have seen in the past also people who are from IIT like you. I mean, they are the ones who make it to the service at an early age, sooner. So what is the difference that IITians bring into the preparation as compared to a normal graduate?
Sir, I would say it's more about individual person, but still the campus atmosphere which is there in IITs, because I still remember people used to be self-motivated. They used to go to library, sitting 8 to 10 hours a day, preparing for GRE, GMAT, CAT, etc., UPSC Civil Services also. So I think the atmosphere which is there, the camaraderie between the batchmates that is there, and everyone helping each other in studying, I think that's very unique about these institutions.
All right. So, you have studied anthropology optional.
Yes.
So what motivated you to take this optional? I mean, how did you feel that this optional is going to be my optional that I am willing to invest my time into? Mm-hmm. So how did you decide this optional subject?
Sir, in 2019 only, the first thought that came to my mind was taking mechanical engineering as optional. But when I researched more and interacted with the few seniors of my colleges who took anthropology, I got to know that the material of anthropology is very readily available, and also its syllabus is, back then it was static, now it's becoming more dynamic. And so I think these were the basic reasons. But when I started studying it, reading about the society, the tribes, and also the ancestral history of human, different culture, religion, marriage, etc. So it was very fascinating, and I persisted with it, and it has bore the real fruits this time.
All right. So now when it comes to civil services preparation, right? So there are many candidates who are thinking of starting their preparation now. So most of them are afraid of the prelims exam. I mean, like prelims is a kind of exam very unpredictable in nature. Nature of the questions keep on changing, and also a kind of, it's a hurdle because huge number of people get eliminated at this stage itself. So what was your preparation strategy for the prelims exam?
Sir, I qualified prelims 4 times and failed twice because of CSAT. So my strategy for prelims was always relying upon the government sources. That is the NCRTs, newspapers, and also the government press releases like PRS summary and all. So I had this focus of limiting my resources, revising n number of times, like every other person says. So, and solving more and more number of mocks. Like I still remember in 2021 attempt, I solved around 60 mocks. I made an Excel sheet of it, like how much mocks I got, how much marks I got in this mock. I gave all the free mocks that are available of different institutes. So this is how you use the things that are available. So I think solving mocks provide you the knack of solving the questions, random questions. And in the exam also you can handle that pressure more easily. And so I think solving more mocks, restricting to limited material, this is what the prelims go to thing.
All right. So how about the previous year questions? Do they also play some role into the preparation?
They do, sir. And I did the mistake of not analyzing them initially. But when I realized the importance of them, then I made the summary of like which topic is more asked in the prelims and which is less, and also the language of the question that is there. So I think these nuances can be grasped by going through the previous year question papers, and by that you can definitely mark a few questions more correctly. So that's how you cross the hurdle.
All right. So during preparation stage, many students are there like who make notes diligently. Other students feel that like note making is not that important. Like kind of summaries are available. So what was your strategy, and how would you suggest others to make notes?
Sir, I have a very strict opinion in this that you should not fall for a shortcut. Like any summary or any compilation that is available is always a passive mode of reading. I focused always on the active mode of reading, be it a current affairs, NCRTs and all. I never make note out of NCRTs because I felt like every page of NCRT is important. So after revising it 20-30 times, every page was by heart. Because most of the time the questions are directly from the NCRTs. So if you can solve those correctly, you are having the edge. And you can only do that by revising them multiple times. So I never made notes. Second thing is for current affairs, I relied solely upon the newspapers.
Okay, so you relied on the newspapers.
Yes.
And you made the notes yourself.
Yes.
All right. And so what was your strategy to prepare for the mains exam? I mean, like mains is a kind of, a lot of things need to be studied.
It's a marathon kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, like in one day, people are writing essay paper. Next day, two different papers they're writing. So how did you manage to prepare for the mains exam?
Sir, for mains also I have two different experiences. Like last year when I gave mains, I didn't write any answer practice. I wrote directly in the exam. So that's where I faulted. So the first lesson that is, you have to do a lot of answer writing. Now how you do the answer writing? You should have sufficient content to write the answer. You should not chase for idealism. Because only if you start writing, your ideas will start to flow. And this game is about completing your paper, addressing the demand of the question, and not about doing a PhD in a particular subject. So I think the change that I made is a lot of answer writing. I wrote around 300-400 questions, and also did a dry run from different institutes, the simulators that are there before the mains examination. That somehow tunes your mind for sitting 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening. It's physically taxing also. So I think a lot of answer writing and also covering every aspect of the syllabus.
All right. So now when it comes to the mains exam itself, right? So what was your strategy after qualifying the prelims? I mean, like very less number of days are there, and then how did you strategize your revision, and how did you compile your notes during this time?
Sir, this time I got around 45 days to prepare diligently for mains after prelims. So last year also I prepared some notes from a source. I revised those notes, and along with this time I prepared main syllabus theme wise. For example, in GS3 there is internal security, or in GS2 we have IR. So I prepared every topic theme wise and solved like 5 to 10 questions theme wise. Okay. So this is how you touch upon every section of the mains, because questions are asked from every section. We often neglect the less important things and focus more on the more important things. But everything is important. So doing it more theme-wise, and also, like I said, solving questions.
Okay. And finally, let's say when it comes to the interview, right? So after giving the mains exam, when did you start preparing for the interview? I mean, did you instantly start, or did you wait for the results to be announced and name to be there in the interview?
Yes,
Let's say,
So
just-
I think you may have the intuition that you will clear this exam, the mains exam, but anxiety is real to all humans. So we also have the anxiety. So the real preparation started after we got the results. And since last year also my marks were decent. I got 182 last year. So I had this confidence that I have to do value addition. I have to be more articulate, more giving ground examples for every question. So I focus more on the applied part this time, rather than being the focus on rote learning and all. This is how I got good marks this time.
All right. And so you have participated in the interview guidance program of Lukman IAS also. So what was your experience at attending mock interview in the institute?
So last year I gave mock in this institution, and I remember the questions mostly revolved around my state services experience. So the questions were asked about the CRPC power that ISDM have, and or the reason behind the land issues, how you will solve the land issues. The questions about hobby were also there. So I think every aspect of the DAF was touched upon, and the notes that I made after going from that interview somehow helped in the real interviews also.
All right. So now there are many people who are kind of preparing for the prelims exam of this year. Only few days are remaining, right? Around 15-16 days. So what would be your suggestion to them? I mean, how they should keep themselves calm at this point of time? Because this is the time when people are, let's say, having more anxiety. I mean, they're not able to sit, they're not able to study because of the anxiety factor. So what would be your suggestion to them?
So being realistic, I won't say there won't be anxiety. There will be anxiety. So I think better is to make your mind understand that it's normal to face anxiety because you're facing one of the toughest examination. And secondly, sir, in the last days, I would suggest not about paper one, but about CSAT, because I myself have failed twice in CSAT. Okay. So I think you should focus on doing the previous year questions of CSAT, solve a couple of mocks CSAT, so that you do not have to regret on that day, because I have seen many students scoring very well in paper one, but faltering in CSAT, and that happens just because you don't practice. So you have to give due respect to the CSAT paper also, so that you could finally clear prelims and sit in mains.
All right. And finally, what would be your suggestion for the candidates who are still in the college? I mean, they're thinking that they want to come into civil services. So, I mean, how would you motivate them?
Yes, sir. So I think that is the early you start, it's like said, and I did the same way. If you have a firm belief that you will sit for civil services, you should be thorough with your basics right from the college. Start reading the material, because I think this exam requires the reading tendency also, the longer sitting tendency also. So these prerequisites you can develop from the college itself, and once you jump into the preparation, you will always have an edge from other students. So this is how the early start helps.
All right. Yes. All right. So any other thought that you would like to share to the kind of viewers of this video?
Sir, I would say all the things that the students are facing these days, we talk about anxiety, overthinking, tension, everything happens to everyone. It happened to me a lot. Still, I reached this stage. So you can always be hopeful that there's nothing unique to toppers. It's about how you tackle your daily emotions on daily basis. It happens to everyone. It's very normal. So just be consistent. That's it.
This is Shivam Singh, All India Rank 73 in UPSC Civil Services Examination 2024, and he is soon going to get into IAS. So all the best to you, and we wish you have a great career ahead, and we will surely look forward to kind of having the same kind of cordial relations that we have now. Thank you so much, Shivam, once again for joining us on this Toppers Talk session.
Thank you so much, sir.